Back to the point about starting pitching, you look at what the Pirates have gotten, especially, Steve, the last two games. We had the complete game, near complete game from the Pirates right-hander A.J. Burnett in Cincinnati, and last night Eric Bedard almost did the same thing.
Bedard was phenomenal. That's as good as I've ever seen him. Burnett, going back to kind of the anchor of the rotation, he has just been brilliant all season. With that one start that there was an aberration, but he's been absolutely consistent. What a joy he has been to the fans in Pittsburgh watching him work. Eric Bedard last night was just phenomenal. As we said, as good as we've seen him all year. Very consistent, doing whatever he wanted to do with the baseball. And he is going to be an important cog in this rotation.
Last 6 games, by the way, the starters' ERA is under 2. Jeff Karstens hasn't allowed a run in his last 20 innings at PNC Park.
Yep, 2 months on the disabled list, lost the first 2, and then he's won 4 in a row. That's the good news. Now we need to stretch him out a little bit. 5 innings in his last 2 starts, but Jeff Karstens has been very, very good since getting healthy.
All right, the Pirates getting ready to take on the Diamondbacks in Game 2 of this 4-game series. What an exciting moment it was last night when Andrew McCutchen hustled around first, second, and into third base, led to the first run of the ball game. Kutch and the Bucks take on the Snakes next. PNC Park. Tonight, it's Game 2 of the 4-game series. As the Pirates take on the Arizona Diamondbacks, the longest homestand of the year continues. Game 2 of 11, and the Pirates love home cooking. Here at PNC Park, they have the best record in all of Major League Baseball. They're 34-16 in their home yard. Jeff Karstens will be facing Stephen Drew.
Yep, Jeff making his 11th start. 2 months on the disabled list, but he has been very, very good. Those numbers brought to you by the Western PA Chevy dealers. Jeff Carson's on a 4-game winning streak. Got to stretch him out a little bit. 5 innings in each of his last 2 starts. You'd love to get a little bit more of that because it's been real good for 5.
First pitch strike. Showed you that note a few moments ago about the 20-inning home scoreless streak. And 0-2 on Stephen Drew.
Well, you're going to get a lot of strikes from Jeff Carson's. 10 starts, 13 walks. All you need to know about his control. It is outstanding. 1-1 in 4 career starts against the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Well, remember, he made his second Pirate start against the D-backs in Phoenix.
Oh, did he ever?
Just a perfect baseball into the 8th inning.
A couple of knocks off the big unit.
Breaking ball misses. 2-2. Third base umpire and crew chief is Brian Onora. Stephen Drew did not start last night against the lefty Bedard. Willie Bloomquist was at short. And into right center field. McCutchen is not going to be able to get there. It's a leadoff hit. Stephen Drew. Rest of the D-backs lineup managed by Kirk Gibson. They're a game over 500. Aaron Hill will come to the plate, then Jason Kubel and Paul Goldschmidt. Last 11 games hitting .415 with 3 homers. Justin Upton will follow. Miguel Montero, the left-hand hitting catcher. Bottom third of the order, Chris Johnson, Gerardo Parra, and Patrick Corbin, the rookie pitcher. Hasn't been real happy with the way the club has played recently. Had a nice little run going, and on this road trip they've struggled and they've not played all that well. We saw a little bit of that last night. Committed
3 errors.
Could have been 4.
5,
yeah.
4 or 5.
They lost the last 2 games in Philadelphia on this trip, which started in LA. Short trip to Dodger Stadium, where they swept the Dodgers and won the first game of this road, the East Coast swing in Philly. 0-2.
Isn't Kirk Gibson manager of the year in some of the polls last year?
Took the D-backs into the postseason. Surprising run. Aaron Hill, 2 for 13 lifetime against Karstens. He was 0 for 3 last night. Everybody had an 0 for last night except for Paul Goldschmidt. He had the 2 hits against Eric Bedard. What a start. Clint Hurdle talked about it earlier today in his office about how he and Barajas were just in concert together. A little dribbler, fair ball. McHenry looks towards second, goes to first.
Thought about it.
Well, Pirates defensively look like this. We'll see Ford behind the plate. In the outfield, it's McCutchen with Marte in left and Travis Snyder in right field. Pedro Alvarez returns to the lineup at third base. Clint Farmas at short. Neil Walker, Gabby Sanchez anchored down the right side. Michael McHenry behind the plate. Talking to Clint Farmas before the game, he said that was one of the top throws he's ever seen. Sterling Marte gunning out Paul Goldschmidt, trying to stretch a single into a double.
A laser for sure.
Runner at second, 1 away. Kubel at the plate. Jason Kubel with 23 homers and 73 RBIs.
You know, what's interesting about that throw is there was a chance that the Pirates might not get the out call because there was a high tag applied. I mean, the throw was a monster throw into second base, but the tag was up on the leg, and the Pirates did get the call, and that completed the good look of it.
Strike called. 1-1 on Kubel. Signed as a free agent, the longtime Twin. Ranks among the league leaders in a bunch of offensive categories. 23 homers, tied for third, 5th most in the RBI department with 73. Ground ball to the right side. And handled routinely by Gabby Sanchez. Drew moves to third, 2 outs. We go to our PNC achievement. Last night we were talking about the defense on the Pirates side. Yeah, Marte was a part of it. So was the third baseman last night. Josh Harrison. That's a play that obviously Clint Barnes would have made easily, but that was a nice play nonetheless by Harrison. There's that laser and the tag by Walker, and the stop in the 8th inning. The Justin Upton ground ball.
Yep. You want to have good pitching, you want to get good defense. Good defense goes a long way to having a result of good pitching.
Josh Harrison made 3 straight starts. Saturday night in Cincinnati at short, Sunday afternoon at third, and last night at third base. Here is Paul Goldschmidt.
This is a good-looking young hitter, Paul Goldschmidt. And you look at his resume coming up through the minor leagues. It was going to be a short trip until he got to the big leagues.
Big reason they had such a successful year was Paul Goldschmidt's arrival in 2011. 16 homers, 55 RBIs. And now a count of 2-2.
As Jeff works downhill with that curveball in terms of speed, that one did not break the 70-mile-an-hour mark. He'll go lower, like the golfers want to go low. Big bender. Nicely placed, too. Perfect placement.
Get it down, as you said, Steve, to 66.
Yep.
Lined off of Karstens. Doesn't know where it is. Picked up by Alvarez. No play. And it's 1-0 Diamondbacks. And now let's see if there's some concern about Karstens.
He took a shot.
1-0 Arizona. Out comes Todd Tomczyk, the head trainer.
This is the X factor. Greg, we are in a pennant race now, and you predict various things that you think might happen, but you never predict an injury, nor do you want to. Well, maybe on the backside, you just hope it didn't get that right hand. The right hand is there on that side. Here comes the baseball. I think on the butt.
Lower back. See if he's affected by it. Clint Hurdle out there. Says he's okay.
There'll be a welt there tomorrow. He'll know where he got hit.
Drew led off the ball game with a soft single to center, move to second. The Aaron Hill dribbler, then the ground out, and now this line shot off of Karstens. And Goldschmidt gets the RBI single to score Stephen Drew.
See how close that ball came to his elbow as he was finishing his follow through. He's a fortunate young man.
Comes back with a quick strike on Justin Upton.
You are pretty vulnerable when you're in the middle of a follow through. Just as a starting pitcher or any pitcher, anytime in the big leagues, any definitive amount of time, you're going to get hit.
Runner goes from first, swing and a miss. McHenry's throw is high and late. Stolen base for Goldschmidt, his 10th in 12 attempts. Runner in scoring position, 0-2 count on Upton.
And really the stolen base against the Pirates subject has not been addressed a lot. I mean, it's been addressed to some degree, but not a lot. You'd like to clean it up, get it better.
And towards center field, McCutchen coming on. He makes the catch. Goldschmidt's liner off of Karstens gives the Snakes the early lead. The Bucks come to bat. the bottom half of the first inning. Here in Pittsburgh, the Pirates starting lineup brought to you by Toyota. Starling Marte, followed by Travis Snyder and Andrew McCutchen. Cleanup hitter Gabby Sanchez with Neil Walker to follow. Michael McHenry hitting almost 400 over his last 22 games. Pedro Alvarez, as we mentioned, is back. And tonight hitting 7th. Clint Farmas, Jeff Karstens against the rookie Patrick Corbin.
Yep, 23-year-old left-hander out of Clay, New York, 6'2", 187 pounds. He's bounced around this year with some work at AA, AAA, and this is start number 7 at the big league level, coming off a very fine performance last time out against the Dodgers, where he went 6 shutout innings, giving up just 2 hits. He's 3-4, and obviously has never faced the Pittsburgh Pirates. I shouldn't say obviously, he just flat out hasn't.
Starling Marte 1 for 3 last night. Makes his 11th major league start. And a base hit for Starling Marte right away.
Number 6 is creating a little buzz with his speed, and these young left fielders the attention of a lot of Pirates fans.
The base hit, his 12th in his 46th at bat. He has stolen a couple of bases in 3 tries. Line drive off the rookie Patrick Corbin. Now the batter, a left-handed hitter, Travis Snyder. Bouncing ball to right field, a base hit. Marte going to round second. He's going to try it. Here's the throw to third base. He is safe.
There's the speed. That's part of the excitement that Starling Marte brings.
Clint Hurdle the other day said probably the only guy that could have even attempted going to third on that errant pickoff try. A bad call by an umpire. He was called out in Cincinnati, but here's another example. The strong arm of Justin Upton.
If that throw is on the money, got a chance to get him, but again, you take a shot when you have that kind of speed. Stan was addressing speed, various aspects of base running and base stealing. See, if that throw is on the money, they're going to get him, but you don't see a lot of perfect throws from the outfield. And that might that speed might force you to be a little anxious, a little quick.
So now McCutchen, as the Pirates try to put the pressure on early against Patrick Corbin, who got the quick 1-0 lead thanks to the shot by Goldschmidt. And here McCutchen, who leads the league in batting, and not only is hitting .369 to lead the majors, but .443 against left-handed pitching.
What you try to do is capture a snake before it can bite you. Jeff Karstens wandering up and down the dugout. He went down to have a closer look taken at his backside or lower back when he came in, but the minute you looked out to the bullpen, you didn't see anybody warming up, so an early indication that he was all right.
1 ball, 1 strike count. In the air. 1-2. Rivers Casino tips to win. Steve, you're just referring to this, I think.
Reptilian. Yep. Check the PNC grass for hissing. You don't want to get surprised. Quick strikes from Jeff. Brick a snake. Great quote from my old buddy Dave Bulber from Daly's Juice Products back in the day. Meaning if you get somebody down, finish them off. You got to brick a snake.
Like Snyder leaning just a bit. Not that he was going to go anywhere, but seemed to be leaning, so Corbin threw over there. McCutchen, 67 RBIs, 23 homers.
Well, we've seen how speed can force mistakes, obviously last night with Andrew McCutchen. And you never know with Marte never hesitating. You know, Upton's getting that ball. He sees Marte, that puts a little pressure on him right there. If the guys don't run, well, then you make those comfortable, really strong throws. But when the pressure is on, that can force you to be a little quicker than you want to be, a little wider, left or right than you want to be. That one was off course. Marte gets in.
Still 2-2. Andrew McCutchen featured on the front page of the sports section of the USA Today today. Bob Nightingale, the fine baseball writer, talking about McCutchen and Mike Trout, the young center fielder of the Angels. That those are the two leading MVP candidates. And the quote from Dusty Baker that if he had to pick an MVP right now, it would be McCutchen. And a fly ball to center. That'll be deep enough to score the speedy Marte. And dropped! The ball is dropped. A chance for Snyder. He is going to be out. Nothing Snyder could do. He had to go back toward first base, figuring the ball was caught.
He's probably going back to first base in case there's a real long throw to home plate. Then he can take second base easily.
And it's a tie game at 1. And Parra, was he trying to transfer the ball? Yeah.
Yep, trying to get it from glove to hand. Well, Kirk Gibson cannot be liking this kind of defense. Travis Snyder going back in case. And now he actually had to go back because if Parra makes a long throw into home plate, he can tag and go to second and be in scoring position. So he did not make a mistake. Just a victim of circumstance. But the Diamondbacks came into this series with the best defensive numbers in the National League, and they have not lived up to that first game in a little bit.
Well, the official ruling on that hurts McCutchen a bit. He gets an RBI, but he gets an at bat. It's not a sacrifice fly. Yeah. But they don't call it an error because he got the out at second.
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised.
I don't think he is trying to transfer it. I think it just popped out of the glove. But anyway, you get the force at second base, so I can see what you're saying about the scoring decision.
McCutchen getting some attention, and Starling Marte will start getting some attention, won't he? The way he's been playing.
Yes, he will.
Youngster. At speed, the base hit, and moving to third on the ground single to right by Snyder.
Slide step by Corbin. This is a very young pitcher, 23 years old. A bit of time in the minor leagues this year. Maybe perhaps the kind of situation that you might see the Pirates forcing the running game a little bit, although he is a left-hander, so it becomes a factor that comes into play. Came over from the Angels 2 years ago on the Dan Herron deal. High draft choice for the Angels.
Low 2 count on Gabby Sanchez. Last night, the former Marlin had a couple of hits. Drove in a run. In fact, he drove in McCutchen. McCutchen motored around the bases on the error by Young and then the error by the shortstop Bloomquist. Sanchez brought him home in the 4th inning. That 1-0 lead stood until the Pirates scored 3 insurance runs in the 8th. 0-2. Corbin registers the strikeout, 2 away.
Have just 4 starts in Double-A. They liked what they saw, moved him up to Triple-A. 9 starts there. And here he is.
Neil Walker batting from the right side. A dozen homers, 59 RBIs.
Corbin has given up 4 home runs in his first 6 major league starts.
They like to promote the younger pitchers and give them some chances. Of course, there was a lot of publicity when they called up the 21-year-old Trevor Bauer earlier this year. Bauer made quite an early splash, but then showed his inexperience, got roughed up a bit, and he was sent back to the minor leagues in the middle of July. 1-2 and 4 starts, option back to AAA. Kirk Gibson said, you know, you just can't replace experience. 1 ball, no strikes on Neil Walker. And a liner to center field, hit so hard it carries out to Pyra. Pirates quickly tie it up and had some good swings off Patrick Corbin. In the bottom of the first, it's 1-1.
On Root Sports is brought to you by Chevrolet and their award-winning cars, trucks, and crossovers. By your Toyota dealer, where quality, dependability, and good MPG all come standard. Toyota, moving forward. And by Day Automotive. We're going to make your day. Let's go Bucks.
1-1 score onto the second.
Still kind of a funny ruling because that force out happened after the run scored. I think that would be a factor.
You're going back to the McCutcheon play?
Yeah. You know, the force out happened after the guy crossed home plate. I didn't know if that would be a factor or not.
Looking at that rule, there are a number of factors involved in it. And, you know, you wondered if they could have. You can't really, I guess, charge an error because he did get the put out at second, so that takes the error possibility away.
But the error could have caused you got to account for the guy coming in for third. You got to,
true. Then
so an error could be a factor in that.
Then that takes away the sacrifice fly. If you're charging an error because of that. Travis Snyder was involved as his base hit moved Marte to third.
So we're going to take what we can out of it and take the RBI. Yes.
Yeah, take the RBI. 68 on the year for McCutcheon. 3-1 count on Miguel Montero. As Karstens seems to be okay after taking that line drive off the lower back in the first inning.
Yeah, the only factor there, Greg, is if it would tighten up during the course of his pitching from here on out.
And toward the gap in left center field. And Montero into second base with a leadoff double.
Now last night, I'm looking to see when it was. It was in the second. a leadoff double against Bedard, and Goldschmidt, who hit it, did not score. Let's see if we can repeat what happened last night.
The double for Montero. Now Chris Johnson playing in his 8th game since being acquired from Houston. Slice into the seats. Day Automotive key matchup of the day involves Chris Johnson. His numbers against Jeff Karstens, .357 lifetime. He was traded over from the Astros when the Pirates were in Houston on their most recent road trip. On Chris Johnson, 51 RBIs total on the year, 10 in 7 games with Arizona. One ball, 1 strike count.
Jeff trying to keep him honest up and in, just to make sure he doesn't get out there and do something that Jeff doesn't want him to do on the outside corner. Keep him off that part of the plate, move him off, so we can use the outside corner.
Bounce to the right side. He will move the runner to third. Montero there with 1 out. And now it's center fielder Gerardo Parra. 2 for 10 lifetime against Karstens.
Looked like a pretty good piece of hitting right there. Looked like Jeff was going to try to come in and lock him up again inside. He just forced the ball and pushed it away from his body to that side of the infield to move the runner. Good work.
Parra hitless in his last 11 at bats. Still batting .310 since the 1st of July. Corner infielders are in.
You got the pitcher in the on-deck circle. You get on the other side of Parra without the run being scored. You got a chance to put up a 0.
1-1. A lot of Parra starts have come toward the top of the batting order, but he hits 8th tonight. 30 ribbies. Karstens now ahead 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Karstens not a strikeout type pitcher. He'd love to get one here from Parra.
Yep. All about placement here when you can't throw it 97, 98 miles an hour. Maybe outside the strike zone, maybe down underneath. Michael McHenry's going to have to be on the alert.
Slowed it down and he got him looking.
Backdoor curveball. Looks like it's going to stay outside there and just keeps curving. Nips that outside corner, and now Jeff Karstens does have a chance to get out of this. See this curveball coming in, and then all of a sudden they think it's going to stay out there. Just ducks in. Perfecta. Sometimes it's not about the volume of strikeouts, it's when you get them.
Patrick Corbin, a couple of hits and 14 at bats.
Doesn't have the look of a grizzled veteran, does he? Looks like he's about 17, but he's here in the big leagues.
Now Karstens ahead of him 0-2.
Yeah, amping up with that 91-mile-an-hour fastball. That's about the top of the range for Jeff. Throw him the hook now. Yep. That's what we talk about a lot. The cat that's got the mounts in the corner, batting them around before he finishes them off. Hopefully that's the case here.
Oh, 0-2, runner at third, 2 outs. Oh, wanted that one also, didn't get it. 1-2. McDavid fouled it off. So the youngster Corbin still hanging in there, and he bounces this ball to the first baseman. Andy Sanchez with it. Leadoff double. He is stranded. It's 1-1. Catcher, the backup had been the veteran Henry Blanco. 40-year-old RAGH injury update. You see Blanco is actually hurt on this play.
Hand or wrist injury.
And so too was the pitcher involved in that play. Might have seen that at the very beginning, the ball hitting off pitcher Henry Rodriguez. So the 15-day disabled list for Henry Blanco. Yesterday, Will Nieves was called up from the minor leagues.
Well, when you're 40, you don't want to spend much more time on the DL. The clock's ticking. As it is for the Parrot.
Sprained left thumb, to be precise, what landed Blanco on the DL. Michael McHenry has a 7-game hitting streak. And a fly ball to left. Over is Kubel toward the track and makes the catch. The ball's hit toward that left corner. I've seen plenty of baseballs over the years sneak and sometimes hit that pole.
Tuck it
Sneak
right
around it. Yep.
It's a dramatic angle from the pole out to the deeper part of left field.
You go from that pole to left center in a hurry. Pedro Alvarez, 21 homers, still tied for 6th in the league. Takes a strike. Did not start the last 2 days. Under 200 batting average against lefties. 1 hit in his last 8 at bats, but still has hit safely in 6 of his last 9 ball games. Fights this one off. Soft liner to short. 2 outs, and it brings up Clint Barmas. Who last night was 1 for 3. also dropped down a sacrifice bunt. He so badly wants to help with that bat, get that average up, trying to do that all year. But what more can you say about the job he has done defensively, and what a professional he has been?
Yeah, when you're hitting 211 at this point in the season, people are still liking you. There's some
that's right.
qualities there.
Yeah. Just one error in his last 32 games. Bouncing ball, backhanded. Johnson on to first to retire Barmes, and the Bucks go down in order in the bottom of the second. It's 1-1 here at PNC Park.
Head to the top of the third. Kind of a special night. We're in section 316, and let me see all the hands of the Robinson family members. Put them up. Big group of family members from the Robinson family. This is Jim Robinson, and you're here for a very special reason. Why is today so special?
Well, today would have been my dad's 90th birthday. Unfortunately, he passed away over the winter, both he and my mother. We were looking for a way to celebrate his birthday, and being that they were such big Pirate fans, we figured coming to the game would be a nice tribute to them as well.
Now, let's be fair. Big Pirate fans is really an understatement for both your mom and dad.
Well, yeah, they've had season tickets for probably 30-some years, and also they used to go down to Bradenton for spring training, spend time down there during the winter. So they like to follow the Pirates.
Now, when I say around 40 or so members of the family, it's grandkids, great-grandkids, great-great-grand. I mean, this is extended family that are all Pirate fans.
Yes, they had 10 children, 25 grandchildren, 15 great-grandchildren. So obviously not everybody can make it. Some have to work, so everybody couldn't make it. But we got as many here as we could.
So is it fair to say that this group and maybe many more next year on August 7th and the year after, this will become an annual thing?
Yes, I think it will. Very much so. And well, actually, we're hoping to come back in October for the playoffs when that's my mother's birthday.
There you go. I think somehow, why do I think they're watching from above, loving everything they're seeing this season, and maybe we'll see that in October?
I think they are in a nice luxury skybox up there, praying and rooting for the Pirates.
Put a price on that. Jim, thanks for the time.
Thank you very much.
Guys, it's all yours.
All right, Dan, thanks very much. Unfortunately, on the 2-2 pitch, Stephen Drew hit that one over the Clemente wall for his second home run, and this is his 30th game of the season, much of the year on the DL. But Stephen Drew gives the D-backs the lead 2-1 with that home run over the right field wall.
Well, it's great to see the Robinson family here. I got to know some of the folks in that family, and they're really, really nice people, prominent Dormont family. And this is a prominent home run by Stephen Drew.
So, a home home run for Drew, giving the D-backs the lead. Now Aaron Hill, the 5th home run that Karstens has allowed. This his 11th start. Of the Diamondbacks' 29 runs scored on this current road trip have come via the home run. Over 43% of the runs they've scored since the All-Star break have come from homers. So that has been the big weapon for the Snakes. 3-1 count on Aaron Hill. And the first down. Again, yeah, thanks to Dan Potash for talking to the Robinson clan.
We've had Robinson representative at fantasy camp at a couple of the establishments out in the Dormont area, so they've been a prominent family.
Jim and Jean, 10 kids, 25 grandchildren, 15 great grandchildren, and they
have 40.
Honoring them tonight, aren't they?
Celebrating their lives. That's great. Congratulations. That's family stuff.
Jason Kubel takes ball 1. Signed as a free agent. Kubel has been a big bat added to the Arizona lineup. He's also struck out 111 times, 6th highest total in the league. But he has those home run totals we gave you, the top 10 in homers and RBIs. He also has 11 outfield assists to lead the league. And a liner to right. Five hits now for the D-backs. Karstens will face Paul Goldschmidt, who lined the ball off of Karstens in the first. They brought in Stephen Drew.
The Diamondbacks came into this series up toward the top of nationally chart in team batting average. No surprise that they can put the ball in play successfully.
Currently 3rd in hitting, Steve, behind St. Louis and Colorado. 5th in runs scored, 7th in homers.
They were shut down last night by Eric Bedard. That was clinical work last night. Clinical. Pirate left-hander. Ain't nothing better than winning a major league game and then come to the park the next day. It's a fun day for Eric. He was brilliant last night. Very comfortable day the next day. A fun day.
So what the Pirates ended up with Bedard, Grilli, and Qualls facing 1 over the minimum, right?
Yeah.
Thanks to the play that Marte made on Goldschmidt in the 7th.
28 batters faced. That's pretty strong.
Strong arm of Marte. Rob Goldschmidt talked about that with the Arizona public and the Diamondbacks media, that really think about the situation. 2 outs, 7th inning, ball hit toward the line, needing to get into scoring position and figuring it was worth the risk, but no idea that first of all Marte would get to the ball as quickly as he did, and then that laser throw. Clint Barmas was saying that he went out there yelling 2-2, of course, for Marte to throw the second, and for a brief second thought might want to cut it off, and then saw it sizzle past right to Neil Walker on the line.
And those risks are really worth it most of the time. You consider how many throws are made by outfielders in an out situation and how many result in outs. Not that many, not that high a percentage.
Again, the play hit toward the line and left, so Marte has to go all the. Look where Marte is. Look at that.
Strong and long. And you can see him, he kind of circled it, so his momentum when he got it was carrying him toward his throw. Cut straight across, you're going to have to set yourself. Now if you make just a minor circle. So your momentum is picking up the ball and going towards second base a little bit. So you've got your whole body moving in the direction that your throw is going. And that's a good fundamental approach to making that kind of throw.
3-2 on Goldschmidt.
I've read where he's a big fan of Clemente. Clemente would have liked that play right there.
And that's why it makes sense, a play just like that, why it makes sense in this ballpark for Marte to be in left rather than right. This ball hit hard the other way, nearing the wall and off the wall. And played actually nicely by Snyder to keep it close. We talked about that time and time again. That ball can deflect off the wall and
go anywhere.
Anywhere is right. It could have been a run. Kubel winds up at third.
It was a very high hit ball. He had a chance, and he was there.
Well, actually clipped off his glove.
He's reaching.
Cam will show you. Oh yeah.
Actually overplayed it a little bit on the jump, although it's it's a very difficult play, and he's not been out here very often, very much. He'll tell you if it hits the glove, I should make the catch. And because of the height, he had a chance to measure it. Ray Search coming out. Well, he does, Greg. Just want to send along congratulations to the Connellsville Junior League 13, 14-year-olds. They were state champs. They beat Du Bois up at Oil City, I understand. Jimmy Malone, the son of a good friend of mine, on that team, and they're on to the regional. So Connellsville, the Junior League 13, 14-year-olds, and state champs, not just regional or local champs, state champs. Good luck to them. My friend John Malone, very proud of his son and his son's team.
Some hard hit balls off of Karstens here in this ball game. The Drew home run, the line drive by Goldschmidt in the first, the double here, the Montero double. Second and third, one out. Trying to limit the damage. And a strike with the infield back.
Nothing happening in the Pirate bullpen yet, but we're not far away from action out there.
Goldschmidt collects his 32nd double of the season. 0-2 on Justin Upton.
Jeff was able to hold the fort in the second inning after the leadoff double. He's got a major challenge here to strand these runners at second and third. One more strike, he puts himself in a position to do just that.
Checks blocked there by McHenry.
He wanted to go. The teaser curveball.
.45 RBIs for Upton. Another one in the dirt, 2-2. Upton not chasing.
Yeah, the luxury of trying to get him to chase, obviously. 0-2 count, first base open. If he runs it down the table and loses him, you still have the possibility to set up the double play opportunity. After the breaking balls, you think they might come upstairs. Maybe the location of McHenry's glove will tell us something as he sets up. And he wanted the fastball after that. Not a bad try, but now he has run the count full. Sometimes it's easy out there, and sometimes it's not so easy. You're in the middle of a boiling pot right now.
Miguel Montero on deck. A strikeout.
Back to the curveball. Yep. This is why Jeff Carsons succeeds in the big leagues. He does not give in. Possibly ball 4, probably ball 4, but batter doesn't want to get rung up on a call third strike.
Bob Hertzel, the official scorer, has researched that rule on the sacrifice fly. There are a number of factors. We were talking about it earlier, and one in Rule 10.08 does allow for the official scorer to rule that a sacrifice fly. So we were, over the last couple of innings, in contact with the press box, asking them if that were the case, and they did the research, and they have discovered that they can indeed rule a sacrifice fly. So, I mean, if the batting title comes down the last day, you never know. Could be a factor. Fly ball to left. Marte makes the catch. Home run by Drew. 2-1 lead for the D-backs. Diamondbacks, but well, maybe some help there, and maybe some help here from a champion NASCAR Sprint Series driver Kurt Busch in town for a fundraiser. The Armed Forces Foundation. Congressman Tim Murphy had invited him in, and Kurt Busch is here and was thrilled to be able to throw out the first pitch, ceremonial first pitch. And it's also a pup night. All kinds of things going on.
We're the big dogs. Well, we talk about Jeff Carsons a lot, and that's why another reason he succeeds. He limits damage, works out of jams, doesn't let it get out of control. That was a big time job after the home run, then double, followed a single, second and third, one out, and they stay there. That's good pitching. That's bad hitting.
Second strikeout for Corbin. And we'd like to welcome Blue Ridge subscribers from the Ephrata area of Lancaster County, PA. Thanks for watching and rooting for your Pittsburgh Pirates. All of us at Root Sports and the Pirates appreciate your support. Let's go Bucks. Central PA area.
You probably know some Blue Ridge subscribers.
Yeah. And they are thrilled that Root Sports is back home, and they're loving that. What, did you see the note? I think it was in the Post-Gazette today about the ratings for July on Root Sports.
Yeah, how about that? How about that?
Record breaking.
9.1 something? 9.1?
Yeah. One ball, one strike on.
Loving their bucks.
Yep. Starling Marte has tried to bunt a few times, and he is called for the strike. 1-2.
He, as every young player who comes to the big leagues, will have moments where it looks kind of shaky, but that's part of the way it is.
A strikeout of Marte. 2 down in the third.
Breaking ball downstairs to Starling. Well, maybe just a changeup, not so much break. A little off speed down and away. Every rookie will look foolish at times. It happens. Happens to veterans too, but when you're first year, you just a lot of things going on that weren't going on in the minor leagues or nearly as fast.
Snyder pulls this ball toward the right field corner. It's a fair ball, and it bounces out of play for a double. Snyder is 2 for 2. And now in scoring position for Andrew McCutchen.
Little Z sign for the folks. So many times you see that ball hooked like that, just hooking foul and bouncing in. This one stayed in fair territory right near the chalk and bounced in.
The Snyder swing on the HGH cam, and this is where it landed.
That's why they draw these lines right there.
Now McCutchen with the runner at second base and 2 outs. They can be very careful, and probably will be, to McCutchen.
What will he see?
Sees a strike. Wait, lefties are hitting .333 against Patrick Corbin this season. Right-handed batters just .216. As you saw earlier. If you're paying attention to those notes, they're put up on your screen. And there's a shot into left field. This should tie it up. Snyder being waved. Here's the throw toward the plate. It is not in time. McCutchen gets the game-tying RBI.
The second of the night.
And now 69 RBIs on the year.
Pretty clear-cut scoring on that particular play. Turns out Bell back around, hits the hole between third and short with authority.
Kubel, we mentioned 11 outfield assists. Strong throw.
I was wondering about the contact. Yeah, he got contact at third.
Now Gabby Sanchez, as that throw came in, McCutchen able to move into scoring position himself, so a base hit can give the Pirates the lead. So officially 1 for 1 tonight. 2 RBIs. Travis Snyder 2 for 2 and a run scored.
So action at the top of the batting order for the Pirates.
Four for 14 in 6 games now with the Pirates as Gabby Sanchez, McCutchen, 2 RBIs tonight.
Nobody near Andrew.
And a line shot right at second. 2-out action. Once again, Snyder's double, McCutchen's ribby. 2-2. league leaders. ERA at home. Pirates, one of the main reasons they have the best home record in baseball. So the earned run average of 232.
Not all that close either. A substantial lead.
This guy loves pitching here. A.J. Burnett.
Seems like they all do. Well, I've got a couple big circles around the job that Jeff Carsons has done to keep it at a 2-2 ball game. This ball game could be out of hand. First of all, the leadoff double in the second, and then a chance for the Diamondbacks to break it out and break it open in the third after the home run, single double. Leaves runner at second and third. Hope we come back and look at those two situations and the Pirate win. How about that difference? Road ERA. Under 1 to over 5.
For his career, he's been about even home and road, but this season really taking advantage of his home yard. And just keep in mind his 4th start tonight at home. He's made 7 on the road.
And I can't explain it. People ask me all the time what that's about. Stan was asking about it tonight. Fouled away.
And Clint Hurdle was asked about it today too. And Hurdle says it. If you look at different clubs they try, he says going back to the Royals days, we tried to develop a team that was more suited for that ballpark. And then he talked about Coors Field in Denver, and now here, that they've been trying to bring in the type of players who are, again, more suited for this type of ballpark. But I don't know that those home and road splits, how you can bring in pitch. I understand what he's saying, but I don't know how you
isn't
can
that
bring
position guys primarily?
Probably.
Yeah, I mean it's 60 feet 6 inches.
Yeah.
For everybody, no matter who you bring in. I don't know. It baffles me.
Guy baffled by that pitch. Chris Johnson, a strikeout victim. Our AT&T mobility trivia question. Pirates are tied for second in the majors, 34 wins at home this season. What is the franchise record for most home wins in a year?
Let's start out with a base. Got to be after they extended the season from 154 games to 162, I guess.
Parra goes the other way, and he puts on the brakes.
They know the deal out there, Murphy.
Marte again over quickly.
It's time to set himself. He's right on the money again, pretty much.
That's going to become a story. The more balls you see, and he's racing toward the corner, holding players to singles. And I'm sure the ball leaves the bat, they're thinking double right away. Corbin will try and move up Parra. Swing and a miss. Did he miss a sign?
I would think so, but who knows? Matty Williams, what a great career he had. The San Francisco Giants, longtime third baseman.
And now he's squaring to bunt. Alvarez already well in.
They drew there with a bullseye on his forehead, that close to a guy with a bat in his hands. I don't care whether he's a pitcher or not.
One and one. to collect his 5th sacrifice bunt. Arizona scored in the top of the 1st. Pirates tied it in the home half. Stephen Drew's home run, top of the 3rd, gave them the lead, and the Pirates tied up again on the McCutchen 2-out single. 1-2 now on Corbin.
You know, him throwing like that, talking about Marte, reminds me of the early days of Willie Stargell in a huge left field of Forbes Field, where it was 365 down the line, and Stargell would go in the corner. He had an absolute gun when he first came to the big league, and he still had it later on. Playing a lot of first base.
Running right at Alvarez. Sacrifice with 2 strikes. Corbin did the job. Parra in scoring position now for Stephen Drew.
So it'll be fun because at some point you'll start seeing throws from left field to home plate, not just to second base, and that's an exciting play. No matter who you're rooting for, that everybody gets revved up when that run around third base or tags up at third base, and the throws come in from a strong arm outfielder. It's always been great to watch, the race of the player against the baseball, or vice versa, the ball against the runner.
This is just the 2nd game for Marte in this yard, so he's only going to get better as he learns this ballpark.
And we've all seen it too, a runner coming down from 3rd, and you can see the ball behind him catching up and then going past him on occasion. Sometimes it doesn't catch up, but that visual image of the ball going past the runner trying to get in. And the minute it does get past the runner, your eyes go to the catcher to see how he sets up, how he's going to receive the throw, how he's going to work against the runner, try to get the ball first and then find the runner. It's almost like a dance. The ball against the runner, and then the catcher against the runner.
Strike, 2-1. Being careful to Drew here. Drew 2 for 2 in the home run his last time up. Fractured his right ankle July of last year. Second half of the season on the DL, first half of this year. 2-2. J.D. Drew's younger brother, yep. Steven.
Is J.D. still playing anywhere?
Not to my knowledge. Two count. And a 2-2 game.
Remember back in the day, the big story about J.D. Drew turning down that bonus money and then waiting and waiting. That was kind of a watershed kind of a thing, setting a tone. The player going to try to outlast the organization to get more of a bonus.
I guess you really, Mark Appel is the most recent guy to do that, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Going to go back to school. In this case, Drew
J.D. went out west.
Independently.
Yeah, he went out west.
So sat out a year and was then drafted, turned down the Phillies, drafted by the Cardinals.
And got the money.
2-2 count on Stephen Drew. And up the middle, a base hit. And they'll get the lead back. Not careful enough. 3-2.
Now dig your heels, and this might be one of those kind of games where you've got a seesaw kind of situation go back. They're all single numbers so far. 5 runs. Wouldn't be surprised to see some crooked numbers as the dust settles on this one. Right through the wicket. And Jeff Carson's, you can see the frustration of not having the glove down. It's a reaction play. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Right there. Yep. And you can see, could have had that. Came that close. Didn't happen.
Eight hits now for Arizona. 3 of them from Stephen Drew.
yeah, so many things you can figure out with numbers in this game. A lot you can't. Drew comes in at 202. 3 for 3.
Came in 3 for 10 lifetime against Karstens. To right field. Snyder is there. D-backs get the lead again. And we welcome you back on a pop night at PNC Park. 3-2 D-backs lead. Trivia question involved the Pirates' home record, currently the best in baseball, 34-16. What is the franchise record for most home wins in a season? Steve, you guessed right. 58 in 1977. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I was just getting ready to guess.
58, 1977. Just 48 home wins in 1979. The last World Series team. In 1990, the last division title, the division title run, 90, 91, 92. The Pirates won 49, 52, and 53 home games.
I was going to guess the 72 team, actually.
Ah.
Did we do any good? Do you have those records?
72 team won 49 at home. The 71 team won 52 at Three Rivers. How about this, Steve? The Pirates currently with 34 home wins. Last year, they won 36.
Hello.
You think they're going to shatter that mark?
Hello, yeah.
A little bit. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ground ball, second base. Hill. Retires Neil Walker. Patrick Corbin, his 12th appearance, 7th start of the year. Last time out, a pretty good one.
Corbin's last start?
Start before last, I guess it was, wasn't it?
Last start, the good one against the Dodgers?
No, yeah. 6 innings of,
2 hits shutout.
The last, yeah. Michael McHenry, flied out to left in the second. Clint Hurdle was raving. Hey, there's a good score to see. It's Johnny Cueto on the hill for the Reds, and he gives up a 2 spot to the Brewers. Aramis Ramirez, his 15th home run of the year.
He did it again last night, or did it also last night.
Two and 1 the count on Michael McHenry. hits his last 21 at bats, 3 homers, 8 RBIs. He's homered 8 times in his last 22 games. So 11 home runs on the year. The last right-handed hitting catcher to hit 11 homers or more in a season for the Buccos, Jason Kendall, had 14 12 years ago.
Right there. Number 4 for Corbin. Not right now, but is there a happier guy in the ball club than Michael McHenry?
No, you're right. Not at the moment, but on most days.
Yeah.
Not right now.
You always see his car parked out after the ball games with the kids, signing autographs. A lot of guys do that. Michael McHenry is one of them.
Alvarez lined to short last time. Ball and 1 strike. Corbin from the Syracuse, New York area. Clay, New York. Ball, 2 strikes on Alvarez. The Diamondbacks got a couple of good pitchers in that Dan Herron trade 2 years ago before the deadline. We'll see the other one, Joe Saunders, on Thursday.
I remember 4:05 start Thursday.
7:05 tomorrow night. Kevin Correa against Ian Kennedy. Charles Nagy, the pitching coach.
Good years with the Cleveland Indians.
There is Kevin Correa. Well, we talked to him today for the radio pregame, and he just could not have been more professional. Man, he just said, I want to do whatever I can for this team. Swing and a miss, and 1, 2, 3 go the Bucks. Trailing 3-2.
Is the official Zoltan Z Pirates shirts. Why do I say this? Because it can only be purchased here at PNC Park. That's right, the Z t-shirt available at our locations here at PNC Park. I'm expecting big crowds this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with the Padres in town. Concert night on Saturday. So why not show the support by showing your Z with the Pirates Zoltan Z t-shirt, guys. And it's available in all sizes, adult and youth sizes. So why not, right?
Absolutely. Thank you, Dan.
Looking good.
Folks are wearing the Zoltan Z and flashing the Z wherever they go. Liable to see a lot of those shirts out throughout the rest of this homestand. Dan has said that he will continue to wear that T-shirt the rest of the summer for all of his hits. Strike is called. Goldschmidt 2 for 2. Maybe not, huh?
Please, 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 the Z. Please me.
Fly ball to right. 2 quick outs. Karstens.
That's more like
yeah,
Jeff.
he is usually a quick worker, gets quick outs, and looking for his first 1, 2, 3 inning of the night.
Well, he certainly hasn't let the ball game get out of hand. And if you can get on one of those kind of rolls, well, you can just take this ball game right away from the Diamondbacks. They've had a lot of action. Got 3 runs. They're only up by 1. Plenty of baseball left, as they like to say.
Justin Upton has flied out and struck out. Two strikes on him.
Every once in a while you see this. The pitcher, it looks like they hit a switch and they either start getting real good or that switch can be in the other direction. Right now, looks like Jeff is doing the right deal. That's impressive.
6 pitches. 4.5 played. 3-2. Snakes. Showing you, well, showing the kids 14 and under what they'll get. Back to school lunch bag thanks to Bayer. Come early for the #1 Cochran Family Fun Zone on Federal Street. And stay after the game. Youngsters can run the bases thanks to H.K. Anderson Pretzels. For tickets, go to Pirates.com. And let's go Bucks. Clint Marvis leads things off.
Patrick Corbin doing a very good job following Miley. Wade Miley was very impressive last night. 6 innings, 1 unearned run. So you're talking about these young pitchers. Get them up here, get them in the mix, get their feet wet, get that quote-unquote experience that Kirk Gibson is talking about. He looked good last night, Mr. Corbin. So far, doing well.
He has struck out 5, including the last 2 batters he faced in the 4th.
When do you bring a young prospect up? That's a very difficult part of a general manager or an organization's job. Knowing when is the right time. When is the right time? Too early? Too late?
That's a fair ball. Just inside the line. Varmus going to head to second. He'll be there with a stand-up leadoff double in the bottom of the 5th inning.
That ball smoked just inside the chalk pile. Varmus sets up shot for Jeff Carsons to move over. Down and in. Bang.
That's a tough one to get. Varmus.
Hard to keep your balance. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's going to stay fair. Everybody moving around.
Third base umpire Brian Onora with the signal.
Comfortably fair.
On the AGH cam. So Varmus there. See if Karstens tries to bunt him to third. Corner infielders are in. Strike.
Leva, pitch after pitch, sign after sign.
Limited opportunities this year for Karstens. Wants it toward first,
which is
that's
not
dangerous.
where you want to do that, because the first baseman's in on top of you. He's got no responsibilities anywhere. He can sit on top of the batter. What happens is sometimes you'll be up there bunting, and that's it. They throw you a curve. You're going out. It's hard to turn the bunt back sometimes.
Well, Corbin was able to get a bunt down with 2 strikes. See if Karstens can do the same. Instead was going to swing away. And the breaking ball almost got a piece of him, or he nicked off that left pant leg. 1-2 the count.
I think he's been hit enough for his liking so far tonight.
Try it again, and again a swing and a miss. Not a good at bat there.
No, very awkward at the end. But now, as a pitcher, now this doesn't look pretty at all. This is going to be pretty futile. But now you have to put it away. You know, you're upset you didn't move the guy away, but that's done. You can't do anything about that. Go in. You're the pitcher. Hope that somebody picks you up. Can't dwell on it.
Starling Marte 1 for 2.
A couple of home runs in his early career. Patrick Corbin with a 92-mile-an-hour fastball with a little action on it. Looks like a little down and away action where you get this look to a right-hand batter.
Again, righties came in hitting just .216 against him.
Might have something to do. I haven't seen him very much of him, if at all, but turning the ball over 92 miles an hour down and away to righties, not the easiest thing to handle.
Comes in and misses low. And tight to Starling Marte, who's been up 9 times in these situations early on. Men in scoring position, he's gone 3 for 9.
61 pitches, not an extreme problem. Unless you're really trying to protect a youngster with a pitch count early in his career.
Now 3-1. On the 23-year-old native of Santo Domingo, the Dominican Republic. That note we just mentioned there, runners in scoring position.
A couple of 23-year-olds going at it. Corbin, Marte.
Marte has just 1 walk. Make it 2.
First free pass issued.
First and second for Travis Snyder, who has 2 hits.
First walk in the ball game.
Aaron Hill, along with Stephen Drew and Miguel Montero on the mound, talking to the young lefty. Bucks with 5 hits, 2 of them from Snyder. McCutchen on deck had an RBI single in the 3rd. Marte a base hit in the 1st, and Barmes to lead off this 5th inning with the double. Mounting ball to the right side, just 1 play to make. It's the 1st. 2 outs.
And what will Andrew see in this at bat?
Yeah, we wondered the same
If
thing.
anything.
When Snyder was at 2nd and 2 outs in the 5th, they pitched to him.
Yep.
And he singled. It is so interesting to watch what opponents do.
You know what the sign is?
Yeah, let's 4. That's like, let's put him on.
That's our speculation.
That's what they'll do.
I tell you, we're all over this, Greg.
Yeah. Pretty sharp, aren't we?
Yeah. Sharp as a pearl. You think Kirk Gibson is not running for public office here in Allegheny County tonight?
It's the 9th intentional walk this season given to Andrew McCutchen. Joey Votto, who's been on the DL for a month, leads the league, having been walked intentionally 13 times. David Wright of the Mets, a dozen. Carlos Beltran 10 times, and now McCutchen, along with Ryan Braun and Ryan Hannigan, 9 intentional walks on the year. Oh, a little chicken, huh?
Oh, that's right. If they don't put it up on the board, you can do it in the stands.
That's right. And we'll see if Gabby Sanchez can make them pay for it with the bases loaded. He has struck out in line to 2nd.
Goldschmidt will play in back of Andrew McCutchen. A double here could get you 3 runs. And just light a fire under this crowd. And they're kind of bunching Gabby Sanchez in the outfield. They're giving them both lines. Over toward left center, over toward right center.
One career grand slam for Gabby Sanchez. Career average with the bases loaded, 229. And the bounce to short and a quick flip to 2nd. The Pirates leave the bases loaded. And after 5 innings, trail by a run. Bucks 3.5 back.
And you see part of the Armada.
I heard someone in the trailer suggest we're going to see if the Reds can stay afloat.
There you go.
Huh? Pretty good. They're clever in there. Boy, I'll tell you.
Tips to win. Rivers Casino.
Yep.
River. Yep.
The camera. Hammer it.
Giants lead the Cardinals 3-0 in the second, by the way. Buster Posey homered. Dribbler up the first base line. Karstens will toss and run away. We hope that you will join Root Sports and Pirates Charities. A live auction Monday. Pirates Dodgers right here at PNC Park. Bid on great items like a road trip to Chicago to see the Bucks, or the chance to star in your very own Root Sports commercial. You'll also be able to purchase VIP bags filled with autographed Pirates memorabilia, game tickets, and much more. Visit pirates.com or make it rootsports.com for a full list of auction items. Tune in Monday at 6. Live Pirates auction here on Root Sports during the game against the Dodgers. That's rootsports.com for a full list of auction items.
It was a very popular night. A lot of energy. Everybody has a good time.
Yep. Looking forward to it. So is he.
Yep.
He always does.
Yep. You and Robert handling the auction this year?
Yep. A lot of folks get involved. Pirates family, Pirates wives answering the phones. The Hall of Fame club. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Yep, we'll be out there with the auction items. So if you're here at the ballpark, stop by and bid on some of those items. If you can't make it out, join us right here. Chris Johnson grounds to Barmas, quickly on to first. A little bit of a roll going now for Karstens.
And Clint Barmas has kind of that signature move, picking it up on the short hop and just kind of throwing it down that first step, a little kind of a jump step.
Never flat-footed, is he?
Yeah, he's always on the move.
Always on the move.
So. Yeah, Jeff rolling here. Good part of the game to keep it right where it is. D-back side. It's funny how all of a sudden you can find it. Jeff has found it. And if you could do it when you wanted to, it'd be a whole different ball game. Jeff Carson's going to be throwing his 100th pitch here in the 6th inning. So it's been hard work, but he hasn't let the ball game get away. Activity in the Pirate bullpen.
Yeah, I have to figure this is going to be his last inning for sure because of that pitch count. Tony Watson, the lefty. Chris Resop was up. Still 0-2 on Gerardo Parra. Karstens has thrown over 100 pitches just once this season. And again, this is his 11th start. Had shoulder inflammation shut him down
2 months.
Beginning of the season. Bouncing ball headed behind second. There's Barnes with that signature flip on the move. 10 pitches for Jeff Karstens. Pirates still trail 3-2.
Barrel Automotive. We're driven to be better. By PNC Bank for the achiever in you. And by Chevy Cruise, which offers EPA estimated 42 mpg highway. Let's go Bucks!
Root for the P.
That is a sign.
Oh, man. I wonder which sign store sold that one.
Might have come out of the Warhol Museum.
Yeah. Jeff Karsten's done a nice job retiring the last 7. Neil Walker, strike 1. He's lined out and bounced to second. Pirates trail by a run.
Now, there's nobody warming up right now. Right now, he's on a groove. So that's the dilemma a manager and a pitching coach get into. Now, he's got it figured out, but the pitch count is up there. So you have to make a decision. See how it plays out. Right now, Jeff is doing very well. So it's a new day in terms of how these things play out in these kind of scenarios. Thing you'd like to see happen right now is Pirates score about 6.
Yeah.
Then everything else becomes secondary.
That's right. And so far, Patrick Corbin, the rookie lefty, has done a nice job against the Bucks, allowing the 2 runs on 5 hits. And a strikeout to start the bottom of the 6th.
Number 7 for this young left-hander. Becomes a career high, big league career high. Neil fooled on that one. He'll complete the out.
Corbin won his big league debut April 30th against the Marlins in Miami. This is Michael McHenry, who's flied to left and struck out looking.
It's a real educational process when you get to the big leagues, and this young man passed a very big test in the 5th inning. Bases loaded, 2 out, and he got the out. If he sticks around a while, he'll be in a lot of bases loaded situations, and he'll hope to get the big out like he did in the 5th here.
And from Double-A at the start, he went 2-0, a 1.67 ERA. Promoted to Triple-A Reno, 9 starts. ERA okay at 3.44. And the promotion. And all of a sudden he falls behind McHenry 3-0. 6'2", 187 pounds.
Started in the rotation and in the bullpen and came back out 2 starts ago, or 2 appearances ago, both starts, and here he is tonight pitching well. Pitching coach keeping a close eye on him, George Nagy.
That's a fair ball. That kicks off the short fence, and McHenry will be at second with a 1-out double, and now an 8-game hitting streak for the 4th.
Nothing cheap about that one. Decided to want to go and take a stroll down the neighborhood that Barnes was in last inning with his double. Ball hit hard beyond the reach of Johnson at third base. Well, that's as big a bounce off that railing as you're going to see. This is high. Built like a catcher, wears his uniform like a catcher, works hard like a catcher. Michael McHenry.
Just about everything pulled here tonight. Marte had a solid single up the middle, but the left-handed hitter Travis Snyder, all 3 his at-bats, holding a single and a double. A hit to the right side. Andrew McCutchen's RBI single to left. Gabby Sanchez the ball the other way in the 3rd. Last time up, bounced to short. Josh Harrison now grabs a bat. Maybe first Andrew McCutchen will chat with him. 1-2. So Alvarez trying to pull that pitch. He did line out the other way in the second.
You're being kind. He got really
soft liner. We called it a soft liner.
Yeah, he said he fought it off.
Yeah.
He didn't win the fight.
No.
See if we can get something done in a 2-strike situation. Saved there by Montero.
Henry at second with 1 out. Half the hits have been doubles for the Pirates. Snyder, Vargas, McHenry. Away.
Good take by Pedro. Teaser. Off-speed pitch. Big a slider, cutter. Just off the outside corner. See the neighborhood, what they're trying to do. Keep the ball away, 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 away. Stay away from the power.
And misses in. Third walk, second that has been unintentional. And now faces Barmes, and the catcher Montero out to talk, and Charles Nagy on the phone to the bullpen. 85 pitches thrown now tonight by Corbin. Season high with the D-backs, 99 twice.
Buy a little time here.
Last time out, just 89 pitches in the 6 innings. So they're going to be careful with their left-handed rookie Patrick Corbin. Matt Alvarez starts throwing in the bullpen. Barmes has grounded out and doubled to left. Led off last inning with a double, was stranded. Ball 1. The Bucks have stranded 5 for the first 5 innings. They have 2 on here in the 6th. Josh Harrison comes out on deck. Down a run. Ball 2.
Another challenge for Corbin. He won the challenge in the 5th. And to try to do it again here in the 6th.
Two 2-1 count on Barmes. .28 runs batted in for the Bucco shortstop. Corbin's pitch count at 88. And towards center field, back is Parra. 2 outs.
Clint got a lot of it, but wrong part of the ballpark. Take a look at this at bat for Clint Barmes. Pitch by pitch. Fastball missing upstairs close. Another one he's trying to work him up and away. And gets a call. And then good swing, Clint, but it was just a little bit out away. Couldn't turn it over, pull it. And they get the out in center field. They gained 90 feet during that at bat.
So here's Josh Harrison with 2 outs. Runners at the corners. Down a run.
Both teams looking for key hits and, opportunities. Not getting a lot of them.
Ball one. Harrison's averaged .245. He has 3 hits and 20 at-bats off the bench. A .194 average with men in scoring position. And a pop-up to right. This will end the threat. Pirates leave a couple more and through 6. Still trail 3-2. The H.K. Anderson Pretzels all-you-can-eat seats for just $38, $5 more on the day of the game. You get an outfield reserve ticket, plus all-you-can-eat nachos, hot dogs, hamburgers, pretzels, popcorn, peanuts, ice cream, and soda. And go back for more food and drinks as often as you like. Pirates.com/all-you-can-eat.
And we're going to see Tony Watson. We haven't seen him for a while. He hasn't worked in the last 8 days. His last outing a week ago yesterday in Chicago. He'll take over for Jeff Carsons. And again, that dilemma, you know, nobody knows better than Clint Hurdle and Ray Searage that Jeff Carsons is getting on that roll. But we know what the pitch count does, and he departs.
When his spot came up there, made it, I guess, an easy decision.
Yeah,
pinch hit for him.
But once again, a starter, no walks. I like that part. Of course, Bedard was spectacular last night. Carson struggled but kept the ball game available for the Pirates. He leaves, and here's Tony.
Facing Chris Young, who bats for the starter, Patrick Corbin.
And a nice tribute and a moment of silence for Marvin Hamlish here at the ballpark.
Before the game.
What a gifted, talented person. The music he made. The music, you know, not only for the Sting and Butch Cassidy and Sundance. I mean, he did so many things and such a wonderful job over at Heinz Hall in so many different sets of circumstances. The holiday stuff that he did, the Gershwin stuff he did recently this summer. Just a gift that we had in this city.
Nice start for Patrick Corbin. 6 innings, 2 runs, 6 hits. In line to get the win. 1-2 count on Chris Young. Almost hit by that pitch. Clint Hurdle. One of those teaching moments, he'll call that.
Saw some during that at bat. He wants to pass on to Harrison.
3-2.
Not a lot of wiggle room here for the Pirates as we get toward the latter part of this ball game. They're down 1. You need to keep it there, and you don't want to issue any free passes. You want to help them out. That's the way you take care of that program. It's like good fastball, a little bit down, a little bit away, a little movement on it. Check it out on the grid. Way down and away. Thank you for swinging at ball 4. Every once in a while, you get a little help from your friends.
Bucks right behind the Reds. Bullpen ERAs. D-backs pretty good.
Isn't it so much fun now? You can talk about different charts. So the Pirates are up on top. The other team's doing okay too. We were the other team for so many years. Yes, he did.
Stephen Drew 3 for 3. That hit up the middle that Karstens couldn't flag down with 2 outs. Stephen Drew's hit brought home Gerardo Parra to make it 3-2. Takaishi Saito. Oh, a couple of pitches that missed badly from Watson.
Adjust the sights. The other side and then this side. So, all right, somewhere in the middle of those two, Tony. Talking about that hit that went between the legs of Jeff Karstens. There have been times with pitchers where teams have said, we want to have you have a better follow through so you can better field your position, but you don't want it at the price, at the cost of delivering your best stuff. That's the priority. Do what you can as a fielder, but don't give up anything in terms of getting your best stuff. Don't design your approach so you can be a better fielder. Design your approach so you can be a better pitcher and then field what you can.
That's what Ray Searage has been saying, and Clint Hurdle, exactly about the running game. That's why they have sacrificed those base runners, those bad numbers against Pirates pitchers, because they don't want them to sacrifice. Exactly, their priority is the batter. Tony Watson misses. Stephen Drew on base 4 times.
0-2.
He is aboard, and here's Aaron Hill, 0 for 3. Stephen Drew, there's a lot of talk that he was on the trade block. A lot of time on the disabled list going back to last year and then into this season. Longest tenured shortstop in team history, Stephen Drew.
I think he wants to run. Well, you talk about length of time on a DL. What was Jeff Karstens was on the DL for 9 weeks, a little over 2 months. When you consider that's 9 weeks, the season is 26. That's a big chunk of your season.
Had a hip flexor problem following the right shoulder inflammation. Bucks will have the top of their order due up in the bottom of the 7th inning, so imperative that Tony Watson keeps it a 1-run deficit. Chris Resop back up again.
They were convinced, aren't they?
Yeah. And why not again? With all the numbers. Goldschmidt stole a base earlier. The teams really have been running at will.
And right now, when you look down the line at the rest of this ballgame, J.J. Putz, the closer, he has been on a very hot run.
Hit in the air to right. And Travis Snyder makes the catch. Second out. Now Tony Watson will look to get the left-handed hitter Jason Kubel, who was 1 for 3 against Jeff Karstens. And Tony Watson was a 9th-round pick of the Pirates 5 years ago and came up through the system as a starter until he reached Double-A Altoona in 2010, and they converted him to the bullpen. And he has had great success in the minor leagues and certainly here in the big leagues. 43 games last year as a rookie. 3.95 ERA. You saw the numbers this season for Tony Watson.
Left-handers out of the bullpen, they're a key figure, whether it's to one batter or they're key guys.
And Justin Wilson, we learned today, is being converted at AAA Indianapolis. The longtime starter. For the same reason, Steve, you said there's a hard throwing lefty in Justin Wilson. You could talk about 2 solid left-handers out of the bullpen, maybe down the stretch. We'll see.
And you talk to every major league manager, they would love to have 2 effective arms out of the pen. They would love that.
0-2.
Buckled him with that hook. Looking breaking ball. That one, Tony would like to have that a little further outside, but you know, he was downstairs. That's half the battle, keeping the ball down.
Couldn't get him to chase 1-2.
Bob Prince would say he probably couldn't hit that one with a bed slap, lad.
And now McHenry going to go out and talk to Watson.
Anybody remember what a bed slat is?
Oh, laddie.
No. Tell you what it was, lad.
Watson with 32 strikeouts in 34 innings. Bounce to the right side. Walker on to first. Nice job. Going to keep it right here, as we always do, for our 7th inning stretch during home games at PNC Park. Enjoy listening and watching some of the sights here at PNC Park. And that's our man Terry. Happy birthday to his dad, Big Jim Kissel, 86. Terry's dad from Brentwood. Take me out to the ball game on Root Sports. GH Camp shots, and the Pirates looking for maybe a big shot to at least tie it. We have a big inning here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Marte, Snyder, McCutchen against the veteran righty Takaishi Saito.
Just his 8th appearance for the Diamondbacks. Corbin in 6 innings, 2-run, 6-hit baseball. He walked 3, 1 intentionally, 7 strikeouts.
Saito on the DL with the strained right calf. Cut on and missed. And Starling Marte. 1 for 2 plus a walk and a run scored. One and one. Bucks have been kings of the comeback this year, and just part of the story of the 2012 Pittsburgh Pirates. 32 come from behind wins.
High breaking ball. One of those pitches both parties might want back. Check it out. Breaking ball, but upstairs in the power zone. Marte would like to get it back. Saito might want that one back.
Two and two.
Battery mates checking this one out. Barajas and A.J. Burnett.
Now 3 and 2 as the 42-year-old veteran Takashi Saito faces the rookie Starling Marte. Saito, the one-time Dodgers closer. With the Brewers last season. A year with Boston, a season with Atlanta. And a fly ball to center field. It is hit deep. Clear the deck. Cannonball coming. Starling Marte, an absolute blast to tie it up with his 3rd home run of the year. Bombs away.
And what a bomb it was. Parra, the ball left the bat, and he just turned around to watch how far it was going to go. Up into the shrubbery. Instant offense, 3-3 ball game. Vapor trail. He can throw it on a line. He can hit it on a line.
Pretty nice debut at PNC Park last night and tonight. Lights up this crowd.
Lightning bolt.
Snyder fouls it back.
I'll tell you, you don't see many home runs that are hit to center field when the center fielder just doesn't even move.
Man, almost to the background. Bouncing ball headed up the middle, and Travis Snyder has himself his 3rd hit. Starling Marte, watch the Pirates bench as the rookie clubs his 3rd homer with his 11th start at the big leagues.
That was impressive. Almost had to call Mrs. McDavis in.
Oh, I know it. Look at that, 434 feet. Here now is Andrew McCutchen. 2 RBIs. 3-3 game. He wants to reward them as they chant enthusiastically MVP. Dusty Baker had those kind words. That story today from Bob Nightingale, the USA Today, that he'd be his pick for MVP right now. And this kid has been coming on for the last 2 years, and he has arrived. He doesn't clown. He doesn't showboat. He doesn't do nothing, and he plays great.
That's interesting, because you're right. This is not like a young man coming out of the woodwork. You could see the progression and maturing and the refining of skills of Andrew McCutchen.
0-2 on him.
You know, every once in a while you hear somebody say, "Oh, I got a big contract, so now they're relaxed." Well, Andrew got a big contract. He hasn't relaxed. He hit the
What did Bob say? It's more like a guy playing for a new contract rather than a guy who just signed a long-term deal. His third full season in the major leagues.
And what, his first home run, something like May 8th
Yeah.
or something after almost 100 at-bats. He hasn't looked back.
Just think about what they're building in this outfield now. And that's a shot down the line and left. Travis Snyder will go to third. McCutchen to second. The double on an 0-2 pitch.
MVP.
Flash the Z. MVP.
MVP. Maybe we'll start chanting it up here. Becoming a very special baseball player. And Saito is not fooling anybody. They're going to try to buy a little time, I think. Nobody warming up, but they better start.
A shot again past Chris Johnson, and there is the Z. So Andrew McCutchen, how about the top three tonight? McCutchen officially 2 for 2, sacrifice fly, 2 RBIs, an intentional walk. Snyder 3 for 4, has scored a run, and Starling Marte on base 3 times. He's officially 2 for 3 in the home run that tied it. 2 runs scored. Great production.
I keep all my offense in red. A lot of red. Those top 3 spots. Well, the Pirates broke out late last night. Trying to do it late tonight.
Big smile from Starling Marte. They'll intentionally walk the pinch hitter, Garrett Jones, batting for Gabby Sanchez. They got the left-hander up. Gibson would like to turn Walker around. It's a matter of whether he'll be ready.
You know, when you look at Marte too, Greg, he doesn't have that baby-faced look of a young kid that's all starstruck. I mean,
looks like he belongs.
He looks like a mature fella.
And he just arrived.
Yep.
We're talking about what they're building here. How about this outfield? Just think about as great a year as this has been. You know, as this guy matures in the major leagues, as McCutchen has done. And maybe if Snyder becomes the player that the Blue Jays thought he would, the Pirates still feel like it's in there.
I mean, there's not much risk with a guy like Snyder. He's got such a he's got a high ceiling if they catch him at the right time in his career. He could be looking at something very special. Pieces that fit, parts that fit from your system, from an acquisition, catch lightning in a bottle, make the right decision on the right guy at the right point of his career. Sometimes you get that kind of collection in a given year.
Well, Mike Zagorski is ready, so Kirk Gibson will turn Walker around. He wants the lefty. 3-3 ball game. The bases are loaded. Nobody out. christens PNC Park with a 434-foot game-tying bomb to start the bottom of the 7th.
Strong arm, strong bat. Pretty nice combination.
He's homered in Houston, homered in Chicago, and now in the Berg. Mike Zagurski saw him last night.
Yep. Gave up a couple hits, finished things up after the Pirates broke it open in the bottom of the 8th inning. Cleaned it up for the Diamondbacks, and he's back in there and walking into a bunch of angry Pirates.
Gave up a run last night. Walker was credited with an infield RBI single, greeting Zagurski last night. Travis Snyder at third, McCutchen at second, and they intentionally walked the pinch hitter Garrett Jones. Middle infield at double play depth. Which we've discussed before. That has to be really kind of a quandary for an opposing manager when you're facing the Pirates, because once they have the lead this late, it's almost lights out. 2 career grand slams for Neil Walker. No homers as a right-hand hitter this season. Pop up the shallow left. Snyder tags and heads home and scores. And the Pirates lead it on a sacrifice fly for Neil Walker. It's 4-3.
Good play at the plate. We're talking about baseballs catching up with runners and vice versa. This is a good throw, good play from left field, and sliding under the tag, Travis Snyder, close at home. The tag, the runner, and the ball. I think the one thing that helped Snyder, it took that second bounce. There's the throw, one bounce, the second bounce. If it comes in a little stronger, who knows? But the Pirates take the lead.
Neil Walker gets the ribby as he watches Snyder go directly for the plate. Kirk Gibson heads back to the mound. Pirates look for more. They now have the lead. The comeback kids up 4-3. Two comeback wins this season. Travis Snyder right in the middle of it. 3 for 4, a pair of runs scored. Came from Toronto for A.J. Burnett, Rod Barajas, and Travis Snyder, the former Blue Jays, now on the Bucks. 22,655 on hand. once again being entertained by this Pittsburgh Pirates team that just continues to find ways to win. Long way to go yet as Brad Ziegler appears for the 50th time.
Saw him again last night. Another Z-man. He's a ground ball specialist. Tremendous ratio of ground balls to fly ball outs. People wanted a balk called, but that didn't happen.
Pitch. Ball one. Michael McHenry doubled in the 6th. Last inning with 1 out. First time up, he flied to left, struck out looking in the 4th.
If you're thinking that Michael or McCutcheon should be at third base with that throw coming in, you don't know how close it is to a cutoff man. It didn't look like it was all that close.
Ball and 1 strike the count on McHenry, who extended his hitting streak to 8 straight games with a double. By the way, Mike Fiers of the Brewers has pitched 6 innings of no-hit ball against the Reds in Milwaukee. 2-0 Brewers lead.
Look at that.
Oh man, that got the home plate umpire Chad Fairchild. 1-2.
Crew Chief Brian and Nora will come in and make sure the umpire made his okay. Okay, everybody will take a little breather now to give him a chance to catch his breath and collect himself.
You can follow all the action, games around the league and the Pirates when you subscribe to MLB.tv. See every Pirates Out of Market game live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit Pirates.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere. He's been everywhere. Come on out. See the Buccos tomorrow night. Thursday afternoon, the matinee game, and the Padres in over the weekend. Next week, the Dodgers. Go to Pirates.com for tickets. And a tapper foul. Stays 1-2 on McHenry.
Ziegler trying to get that ground ball, keep it a 1-run game. Here are darling. Major League Baseball to play with. No, we're going to give it back.
Possible double play ball. And it is.
It's the ground ball specialist.
Bucks get the Marte homer and the sacrifice fly from Walker. The 4-3 Pirates.
by Jeep. Now get a great deal on a legendary Jeep vehicle at the Jeep Summer Clearance Event. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Levin Furniture and the all-new Levin mattress stores. For a great deal on a new bed, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks!
Fans here at PNC Park with the thought of raising it, but they're going to have to wait just a little bit. But things are certainly looking much better now after that 7th inning, 4-3 Buccos. Manager Clint Hurdle, probably all smiles. Actually, all smiles before the game. I mentioned to him, hey, is it somebody's birthday today? Big smile on Clint's face. He said, yes, it is. His daughter, Madison, celebrating her 10th birthday. I actually thought that she may be watching the game at home tonight. He said, nope, she's at a suite with family, celebrating here at PNC Park. I guess it makes sense, huh, guys?
Oh, that's neat. That is his pride and joy, too. Maddie. Thanks, Dan, for that, and happy birthday to Maddie. As Jason Grilly looks to get the ball to Hanrahan.
You know the script. Did it last night. 3 up, 3 down with a strikeout for Jason.
Garrett Jones stays in the game to play first base. He was just told by the bench to move over and guard the line. And it's line to right. And perhaps extra bases for Goldschmidt. Snyder gets to it quickly. Guns towards second. Oh, wouldn't that have been something? As Goldschmidt had been gunned out in that situation. Nicely done by Snyder. A leadoff double.
Played it well
for Arizona. Goldschmidt with his 3rd hit. Into the corner. Snyder played the carom perfectly. Goldschmidt just arriving ahead of the tag. Now a leadoff double against Grilly. He faces Justin Upton, who is 0 for 3.
Huge double play thrown by Ziegler to keep it 4-3.
Ball 1.
They still got the double, the no-hitter going in Milwaukee.
Yep.
After 6 now.
They're playing in the bottom of the 6th. Brewers batting. Mike Fiers has been perfect through 6. 2-0 on Upton. Last night, Grilly pitched a 1-2-3 8th inning. Upton hit a ball down the line behind third. Josh Harrison guarding the line, diving to his right into foul territory. Was able to retire Upton. 2-0 count. Jones over, but it's a few rows back. The D-backs with a record of 55-54 remain just 4 back of the Giants in the National League West. The Dodgers started the day a half game back. Now San Francisco currently leading St. Louis. See the record in 1-run games this season. D-backs 8-15. The Buccos 23-17. And a pickoff. Oh, they had him. But the shortstop Barmes was apparently not in on it. They had the runner picked off. A quick look.
Yep, he made his move. Coordination not right there.
Goldschmidt gets back. A 2-1 count on Upton with nobody out. Really asks McHenry to run through the signs again. Lined into center field. Here comes McCutchen. It's not going to be holding up for him. It's going to be a base hit first and third. And no one out. A double and a single off Grilly. Now the batter, Miguel Montero.
Not much you can do with that little flare. Tell you one thing, in the first 2 games, Mr. Goldschmidt has gotten the Pirates' attention. He is, as advertised, is now standing over at third base, representing the tying run.
And now the Pirate infield looks for a double play. Really looks for a strikeout.
That's what he has in his back pocket. He's always capable of getting the ball by a lot of hitters. He needs to reach into that pocket now and come up with a strikeout or 2.
This is one tough catcher. 64 RBIs to lead the league. He's 7th in these situations, batting with men in scoring position. Now Grilli out in front, 0-2.
87 strikeouts coming into the game. He can be had.
Goldschmidt, 2 more doubles tonight. Fights it off. 93. 0-2 it remains. Montero struck out in the 8th inning last night against Grilli. Here in the 8th inning, he bats with runners at first and third and no one out, and his team down just a run.
Got to be a little careful here. 0-2. You're thinking strikeout. So alert for McHenry on his toes.
Another fastball, another foul ball.
Yep. And Montero has been around a while, and he's good enough. The more fastballs he sees, sometimes you figure the more comfortable he becomes, the more he has a chance to catch up to one. On the other side of the coin, what's the bread and butter pitch for Jason Grilli? Fastball. Do you try something downstairs to get him to chase when you're out in front 0-2? Keep track of the run at first.
Almost surprising that Upton doesn't take off. He has been caught 8 times. He has stolen 12 bases. 0-2 count on Montero. And a shot into right. It's tied at 4.
And that's
still nobody out.
Yeah, that's not the worst part. They're very much in business.
An 0-2 pitch. Montero ties it up at 4.
Out of way. You know, sometimes you talk about rolling over on a pitch. Well, he rolled it over and hit it like a shot between first and second. We're in the 8th. Nothing settled yet. Rhys-Hopp waits. One more hit, he'll be in there.
Chris Johnson 0 for 3. He also faced Grilli last night and lined out to second. Chris Johnson with 51 runs batted in. In his 8th game since being acquired from Houston. Now looks to put his team on top. Jason Grilli yet to record an out.
And here's where you try to find a way to keep it where it is. Reach down and not allow these Diamondbacks to take the lead. Retake it. Take it right back. Pirates grab it in the 7th. They no longer have it.
And in the air to center field. Hit deep. Back McCutchen. And it's gone on a 1-0 pitch. A 3-run homer for Chris Johnson. And the Diamondbacks stun the Pirates and leads 7-4. Chris Johnson's 12th home run of the season, his 4th since joining Arizona.
And that will be it for Jason.
Mason Grilli does not get an out.
Upstairs, out over the plate, arms extended. He's strong enough to do what he did. Have the carry into the seats in right center field. Not by much, but it doesn't have to clear by much.
7-4 Arizona. A double, 2 singles, and a home run. And the Diamondbacks have come back and lead 7-4. Chris Rysop.
It happens to everybody. It happened to Jason Grilli tonight. Sometimes you don't know if you can do this with a fastball. You don't know if the fastball is off a little bit, but I think it's just as much location as any decline in speed. But it is what it is.
Zach Cozart, by the way, broke up the perfect game bid. The 7th inning double in Milwaukee. The Brewers still lead 2-0. Here now, Arizona up 7-4. Gerardo Parra facing Rysop. A dozen hits now for the Diamondbacks. At 0-2. Parra singled and scored in the 4th. He's also struck out and bounced to short. Karstens, Watson, Grilli, and now Rysop for Pittsburgh.
Pirate fans stunned. This has not happened very much here this season in this ballpark at this point of a ball game in the 8th inning. Pirate leads in the 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Well, after 7, they're 53-0.
Yep, money.
It's not over yet.
No, it's not.
Down 3. 2 more shots.
If they come back and win this, 2 comeback wins. Count as 2. Would feel like it.
Broken bat bouncer to third. And Alvarez's throw is wide, and Jones misses the tag. Alvarez charged with his 17th error of the season.
Nothing happening for the Bucks in the top of the 8th inning. seemingly wide, but up. No chance for Garrett Jones.
Ryan Wheeler bats. Some folks don't think Pirates have another comeback in them. Wheeler hits for Ziegler.
Well, if the Pirates do, then it'll be, what, as the doc says, shame on them for 6 weeks?
Yep.
It's going to take some work. Down 3. Still, nobody retired in the 8th inning.
Made his major league debut 3 weeks ago. Ryan Wheeler led the minor leagues with 90 RBIs. Playing at AAA Reno. He's hitting .351.
Cincinnati not only breaking up the no-hitter, the perfect game, but they are on the board in the 7th inning. It's a very tight 2-1 ball game in Milwaukee.
Brandon Phillips, a sacrifice fly in the 7th. Bounced right side, diving stop, but to his feet now. Walker finds it and guns to third, and they'll record the out there.
Thank you very much.
Gerardo Parra, the first out at third base. Base hit, thrown out Parra 4-5.
Good stop by Neal, and then the mistake. Easy out. Why young players, you find a baseball you might have bobbled, gets away from it, look around, you still might have an opportunity. The Pirates end up getting an out. It's been that tough to get one here on the top of the 8th.
In the dirt, the batter Stephen Drew. Pirates haven't gotten him out yet. A couple of singles, a homer, a walk.
One of those innings.
Jason Grilli faced 4 batters, did not record an out. Leadoff double for Goldschmidt. Upton singled. Montero on an 0-2 pitch single to right, and then Chris Johnson homered. Jason Grilli not only normally lights out, even when he's not lights out, usually gets through it. Tonight, the first time all season he has not at least recorded an out in 44 appearances. Two-one count on Stephen Drew. Pedro Alvarez will lead things off once they get 2 more outs. And then it will be Clint Barmas in a pinch hitter. And another line drive caught by Walker. Quick throw over and not in time. Apparently the runner got back.
Rocket shot. And not missing swings. Ball hit right on the button. Close. Pirates don't get the call.
Wheeler just
doesn't get there.
Should have been out. Did not get his fingers in there. Walker making the play and the quick throw over. The HEH cam showing you that the throw beat him. 0-1 on Aaron Hill. David Hernandez will be the new pitcher for Arizona. And another shot toward Neil Walker. Boy, he's even busy, and a nice play on both ends to get Aaron Hill. Long inning, 8 men to the plate. And the Diamondbacks now lead 7-4. At PNC Park Friday. Pirates Padres 7:05. Ticket packages just $30, and $10 from each ticket package goes toward the fight to end cancer. Plus, you'll receive a Stand Up to Cancer cap and cheer card. For more information, go to pirates.com/SU2C. 51st appearance for David Hernandez. We showed you earlier that bizarre play where both he and his catcher Henry Blanco were injured the other day in Philadelphia. His first appearance since. A strike called on Alvarez.
Phillies, who, by the way, shut out the Braves tonight 3-0. Cole Hamels picking up win number 12. Fifth pitcher of the night for the Diamondbacks.
And Alvarez in the hole, 0-2.
Seven innings, 67 strikeouts for Hernandez.
Fly ball toward right. Got away. Alvarez is retired by David Hernandez to start the bottom of the 8th inning. Upton making the catch. And Clint Barmas, who has one of the Pirates' 9 hits, will come up. Double to lead off the 5th. Pirates left them loaded in the 5th inning. Left a couple men on in the 6th. And then in the 7th, the home run, the base hit, the double, an intentional walk, and the Walker sacrifice fly. Runners were still at first and second, and that enabled Brad Ziegler to get out of it with the double play as Barmas flies out to center. 2 outs. And Alex Presley will pinch hit now for Risa with 4 outs left. Two for 8 as a pinch hitter. One of the hits a home run. Looking for some 2-out magic right now. One on Presley. Giants lead the Cardinals 4-2 in the bottom of the 6th in St. Louis. Alan Craig has hit 2 homers for the Redbirds. Brewers pick up a run in the bottom of the 7th. They lead the Reds 3-1. As the Pirates began the day 3.5 back in the National League Central. Chris Johnson, a home run, stunned this crowd. Presley looking to get on and get Marte to the plate. In the hole, Snyder and then McCutchen. One and 2. Stays a ball and 2 strikes. Pirates have been so good at home and with those leads. I mentioned that entering tonight and leading after 7 innings, 53-0. That combination, the lead after 7 and at PNC Park. The Bucs have gone 23-6 in their last 29. Strike 3 called. David Hernandez, a 1-2-3, bottom of the 8th inning. Head to the 9th, down 3. Backs tomorrow night. It's Ian Kennedy against Kevin Correa. And on Thursday afternoon, Wandy Rodriguez for the Bucs against Joe Saunders. The Padres come in for 3. Then the Dodgers next week for 4. The Pirates hit the road, St. Louis and San Diego, and then back home against Milwaukee. But we are in the midst of the longest homestand of the year. Mentioned that it is Kevin Correa, and again we talked to him earlier and he talked about how disappointed he was, yes, admittedly, that he was going to the bullpen, and he never said that he wanted to be traded. He wanted to make that clear. He's disappointed. He prefers to start. He did say that.
Absolutely. Who wouldn't be?
Said it's just a matter of making adjustments getting over the disappointment, which he's done, and that the main goal is to help this team get to the playoffs. Jason Kubel at the plate against the new pitcher Jared Hughes. Correa said he's never been prouder at any time in his career than to be wearing this Pirates uniform and what he and his teammates have accomplished. Hard hit, but one hopper to, once again, Neil Walker.
I'll tell you, the Diamondbacks, their credit, they have hit the ball hard tonight. They've got 13 hits, and there have been also some atom balls. Well, the thing about Correa is that absolutely you're disappointed and you're angry. So you work your way through that, and then you get yourself upright like Kevin has done, and that's a little sign of character right there.
He said he really did.
You have to work
very
through
sincere about it. No question. I said, you know, you could see by your body language that you weren't happy. When we were in Houston, you could just tell it. He said, yeah, no doubt. But now his
you get
focus,
over it. You get over it. That's the key.
So whatever it takes to help us win, whether it's long relief or spot start.
It's not getting knocked down that destroys you. It's not getting back up that does.
Strikeout of the nemesis there, Paul Goldschmidt.
Yeah.
Been a thorn in the Pirates' side the first 2 games of the series.
It's all right. You got the last angry man out there on the mound.
Yeah.
And he's not. He just has that countenance.
I think McHenry just threw that ball into left field.
Yeah.
Missed his mark a bit.
Yeah, well, it's that kind of night.
Yeah. Justin Upton 1 for 4. J.J. Putz is loosening in the bullpen. It's a save situation. He's been very good lately. Pirates will have the top of their order due up in the bottom of the ninth. Currently down 3, so still within striking distance. 3-0 now on Upton.
The big man, J.J. Putz, he's been around a while. Something like 45 saves last year for Diamondbacks.
4-pitch walk to Upton. It's just the second walk by the Pirates pitching staff. Karstens went 6, gave up 3, 8 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts, and no decision for him. Tony Watson, scoreless 7th. But it was the 8th inning that was the trouble spot for the Bucks. In particular, Jason Grilli, a rare ineffective start for him, or appearance for Grilli. Look out. 7 runs, 13 hits for the Diamondbacks. Nope. Have to fix that. Hole in the netting.
I don't know if it was the first, but the first screen in front of a dugout that I can remember was in the Astrodome. Everything was so close to the field, the playing surface, the fair territory.
Yeah, now it's standard.
Yep. It needs to be, you know, with a lot of the retro ballparks,
yeah.
Everything is closer to fair territory. I remember it well because that's where the Green Weenie was born, in the Astrodome.
Gunner.
Well, he took off on it, but it was actually trainer Danny Whalen that took a hot dog, went into the ground crew quarters, painted it green, did some adhesive tape and hung it from that protective screen. Bob Prince saw that, and the rest is history.
Runner goes. another steal for Upton, his 13th. And against the Pirates, total now has reached 92 stolen bases in 102 attempts.
It's got to be the toughest percentage in all of baseball.
And there's some insurance possible if that's a fair ball. It is. So an opposite field double for Miguel Montero, and that's a big one. Now a 4-run lead. Montero's third hit. 8-4 lead.
Down into the corner. Bounce and then the carom up into the stands, and they add on.
3-hit night for him. Chris Johnson had the biggest hit of the night. Acquired from the Astros July 29th for a couple of minor league outfielders, Mark Krause, Bobby Borchering. Were actually first and second round picks a couple years ago. Chris Johnson was in the starting lineup that Sunday afternoon. Bucks at Minute Maid Park.
And after a couple quick outs, Jared Hughes out of sync.
We'll see.
There's the good news in the bottom of the 7th and the bad news in the top of the 8th.
And deep to center field, it's going to be a 2-homer night for Chris Johnson, and this one into the Pirates bullpen.
Yeah, that's adding insult to injury.
Blast on a 2-0 pitch. 10-4 Arizona.
Lucky 13.
What a pickup so far in the 8 games. Chris Johnson with 5 home runs.
Once again, you see a center fielder that just looks. Just maybe an initial step, and that's all. They know when it's carrying good.
Second 2-homer game of the season and of his career. Chris Johnson. Johnson with 4 home runs this season against Pirates pitching. Five RBIs for him. 2-1 count on Parra. That's headed up the middle. Diving stop. Walker's been all over the place. A great play by Neil Walker. The final out. 10-4 Arizona. Well, hey, maybe it's because it's a non-save situation. It'll be like one of those closers that just can't get the job done.
Perhaps.
They have not given up. Hardy fans.
There is a lot of weight on that from Eddie Burge right now.
Yeah.
A lot of,
You're right.
A lot of traffic.
Yep. Get a chance to see Starling Marte, and they do. I mean, in all seriousness, want to see what Marte does. You want to see what McCutchen can do.
Yes.
Even if it is a loss. There's the traffic we're talking about.
That's all right. The Bucks are doing fine. We'll be back at it tomorrow night if this doesn't work out. And maybe the Brewers will help us by taking care of the Reds. The Reds hitting the top of the 8th, down 2 runs.
Starling Marte been on base 3 times. A single walk and a home run. The home run in the 7th inning led off and tied it. 434 feet. Almost to that green monster background in center. 2-0 count on Marte. .286 with a dozen homers and 61 runs batted in at AAA. The Diamondbacks pitching staff issued 4 walks, 2 of them intentionally tonight, and they came into this game having allowed the 2nd fewest walks in the league. J.J. Putz. Now count of 2-2.
Not a kid anymore. We're still cranking it up there at 93, 94 miles an hour. Much travel, J.J. Putz.
13 straight scoreless appearances for him.
Started playing pro ball in 1999. A lot of time in Seattle.
Check swing, bouncer towards second. Quickly on to first. 1 away. So Putz retires Starling Marte. He'll face Travis Snyder. Snyder a 3-hit night. He has been through a lot on the field and off. Travis Snyder. The top pick of the Blue Jays. At a young age, is asked to do a lot of things, and like so many young players, maybe not producing as quickly as the team would like. Less than 5 years ago, he lost his mother in an automobile accident. Just about the time he was arriving in the big leagues. Ball 1 strike on Travis Snyder, one of the new Pirates acquired before the deadline, along with Gabby Sanchez, Chad Qualls, Wandy Rodriguez. 1-2. There's Wandy. He'll make his first. Will be his first PNC Park outing on Thursday afternoon as a Pirate.
Yep.
After years coming here as a visitor.
Seen a lot of him over the years in that Astro uniform. But last time out, six innings, I think 3 runs given up.
Better outing from Wandy Rodriguez his last time in Cincinnati. He has 7 innings, 3 runs, 7 hits, no walks. Strike 3 called. Down to their last out, and here comes Andrew McCutchen. McCutchen 2 more RBIs tonight. Officially 2 for 2, and that batting average at .372. Melky Cabrera
Just keeps
hitting
it going.
.354 at the start of the day, second in the National League.
Kind of a Ralph Kiner setting tonight.
Yeah.
Hanging around.
Yeah, see what he's going to do. Good chance you'll see something special from this guy every night. Starting to see the fans in Indianapolis are starting to see Jose Tabata doing some special things. He had a couple more hits tonight. He's been on fire the last 2 weeks. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. And now 1-2.
Yeah, you talk about the disappointment of being sent down. We talked about Correa's situation. I'm sure Jose was not happy to be sent from the big leagues. Nobody ever is. But, you acknowledge that, deal with it, get through it, and go to work.
Draws a reaction from the crowd.
Always will.
Tight.
Always will when your star player, fastball around the head.
Struck him out. And a 1-2-3, bottom of the 9th. For the first time this season, the Pirates lose a game that they led after 7 innings, and Chris Johnson led the way. 3-run homer over the center field wall. The Pirates had come back to score 2 in the 7th, take the lead. Jason Grilli suffers tough loss here tonight.
Can't do it every time. These kind of games are going to happen. Those kind of innings are going to happen. For Jason Grilli, a very, very difficult night, but we put a lid on this one and get ready for tomorrow night.
To Rob King and Kent Tekulve we go. 10-4 D-backs.